Thank you for downloading this audio title, published by thoughtaudio.com.
The Monkey's Paw, written by W. W. Jacobs, narrated by Michael Scott Gallegos, produced by thoughtaudio.com, adaptation by Garcia Mann. Segment 1. Outside, the night was cold and wet, but in the small parlor of Laburnum Villa, the blinds were drawn, and the fire burned brightly where father and son were playing chess. The father, who possessed unique ideas about the game, involving radical changes, put his king into sharp and unnecessary perils that had even provoked comment from the white-haired old lady knitting placidly by the fire. "Listen to that wind," said Mr. White, who, having seen a fatal mistake after it was too late, was amiably desirous of preventing his son from seeing it. "I'm listening," said the son, grimly surveying the board as he stretched out his hand. "Check." "I should hardly think that he'd come tonight," said his father, with his hand poised over the board. "Mate," replied his son. "That's the worst of living so far out," bawled Mr. White, with sudden and unlooked-for violence. "Of all the beastly, slushy, out-of-the-way places to live, this is the worst. The pathway is a bog, and the road is a torrent. I don't know what people are thinking. I suppose because only 2 houses on the road are occupied, they think it doesn't matter." "Never mind, dear," said his wife soothingly. "Perhaps you'll win the next one." Mr. White looked up sharply, just in time to intercept a knowing glance between mother and son. The words died away on his lips, and he hid a guilty grin in his thin gray beard. "There he is," said Herbert White, as the gate banged and loud and heavy footsteps came toward the door. The old man rose with hospitable haste, and opening the door, greeted the new arrival. The new arrival returned the greeting. Mrs. White interrupted with a soft tut-tut, and gently coughed as her husband entered the room, followed by a tall, burly man, beady of eye and rubicund of visage. "Sergeant Major Morris," her husband said, introducing the guest. The sergeant major shook hands, and taking the seat by the fire, watched contentedly, while his host got out whiskey and tumblers and placed a small copper kettle on the fire.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?